From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Well, we're talking about a little bit of rain that ended up during the morning hours up into the north. This Kansas-Oklahoma state line. So if you're in southern Kansas, some of you had a little bit more rain. Northwestern Osage County, where it hasn't rained seemingly forever. We're waiting to get to a quarter inch. We're not there. I think we're at 57 days right now with any rain that happens has been less than a quarter inch. It's just goofy how bad it's been. But there have been some sprinkles and showers across the northern tier. But once you got down closer to Tulsa, other than a passing sprinkle, that was about it. In fact, Bob Roloff, one of our storm trackers, said, hey, I had sprinkles on my car windshield or my truck, and that was about it. As far as looking at the precipitation, that has moved off to the east. Tonight, we're starting to see clearing skies in the area, so it's kind of a quiet night. The only problem is doggone it, we just can't find rain. And it's getting very, very serious across the entire state this time of year when you plant wheat and you're trying to get that to start to grow as well. And a lot of the fall crops have burned up in a lot of places. So there's a lot of issues right now. And there's a target zone where some of the worst drought conditions are just on the south side of our viewing area and on the north side. Right around Tulsa, it's bad, but it's not super bad. You go up to the north, it gets super bad into southeast Kansas. And of course, down the south, some places, I talked to a friend on Facebook, and he just said, I haven't had rain all summer. Just haven't had anything. So that's the issue. Now, if you're off to the east of Tulsa, you've had a little bit more rain over the last couple of months. We've had 8 to 9 inches of rain, and that's quite a bit. Now, as we look at the next 10 days, we're just not seeing anything. New data again tonight. I'm just like, can we not find something? But so far, no, there isn't anything out there. Oh, sure, we got ragweed. We've got a lot of grass pollen, but that's about it. We've got cool weather. That's half of the equation, so I don't think we're complaining there. 65 degrees, light northeast wind. It was so refreshing. So many people talking about, oh my goodness, and the sunrise this morning was gorgeous, just kind of kicking off a great, great day. Temperatures tonight with partly cloudy skies, generally in the low 60s. If we clear out, we should drop down. A few areas could get down into the mid 50s by morning, so that's a possibility. Most of the thicker cloud cover will stay to the north. And then as we go through the afternoon, again, a few clouds north. They'll kind of slow down the warming a little bit, but most of us will be around 90, low 90s. Some of it indication right now that it's going to get a little bit warmer, so we're going to get a little bit more on the very warm side. Now, Saturday afternoon, we have a boundary that'll be across the area, so there's a slight chance isolated shower, thunder shower around Tulsa down to the south toward McAllister. Anybody will take a raindrop, and the temperatures are going to hold generally in the 90s. It's going to be a hot day, even though there'll be a few clouds around. If you get a shower, that knock temperatures down a little bit by Sunday. Cold front's moving through. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while for that cold front to come through, and it's not that cool. It won't be like today. In fact, temperatures are expected. We had increased the temperatures a little bit around the metro area and areas to the south and east because it's just not going to be quite that exciting. Hey, a lot of weekend events. It's going to be fantastic for that. So if you get the chance, the Blue Whales 50th birthday bash. We have Pioneer Day in Skiatook and Pioneer Day over in Cleveland. Choose one or the other or both. And we have the Rock Creek Festival going on in Sapulpa. And of course, Fin and Feather Fall Festival going down around the Gore area, south of Lake 10 Killer. That is always a great event. And over at Poto, Wheels and Deals Car Show. All right, still looking at a very active area in the Atlantic. We're looking at a high probability that this area that we're watching closely is going to continue to develop. You're seeing some showers and storms. You say, well, that's northern portions of South America. What do we care about that? Well, there is a pretty good chance right now with all the models. They're coming into an agreement that that track is going to take it someplace east of Cancun and then just to the really someplace on the west side of Cuba and then curve it into most likely Florida or the Panhandle. So we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out because it doesn't look great. We'll put it that way. The jet stream itself, we're still getting bugged because this high pressure ridge is moving around, but it's not necessarily going away. We're going to have the cooler air to the north and east, but that's it. The tropical system off to the south and east. And it's like, go away. Just go away. Let it rain. And let us have something different. But that's not necessarily the case. 59 as we get on in the morning. Enjoy the cool start. 81 at noon is pretty nice compared to 95 the last couple of days. We will be up to around 90 though as we go on into the afternoon, extending the forecast out. You can see the 90s, then we drop off into the 80s. Any chance of sprinkles or showers to be Saturday night. That's about it. Tulsa State Fair kicks off with temperatures in the 80s. And overall, that's not a bad forecast. We just need some rain, but we don't have any. But we have a lot of football. Jonathan's along with that in sports.